Self-harm, aggression, anxiety and depression. These are just some of the problems children stuck in Greek refugee camps are experiencing, according to a new report from the international charity Save the Children. 1 year after an agreement between the European Union and Turkey to stem the flow of migrants, the charity says appalling conditions on the Greek islands have led to an increase in incidents of children as young as 9 cutting themselves, and that some children as young as 12 have attempted suicide. We can speak to Imad Aoun. Imad is on the Greek island of Lesbos. He is the Balkans communications manager for Save the Children. Imad, even one is too many, but tell us how many children are in these camps and how many are experiencing these kind of mental traumas?
At the moment, there's around 5,000 children stuck on the Greek islands, and they're all subjected to the guidelines of the EU-Turkey agreement. It's unclear exactly how many children out of the 5,000 are suffering and are struggling with this, but our field staff constantly see every day a significant increase in aggression. A lot of children are becoming significantly more aggressive. They hit each other with the intent to hurt. They go into our spaces and just damage property. As you mentioned, there's a lot of incidents of self-harm with children as young as 9. Even one mother was saying that she was bathing her son and she saw all these scars on his body. And he just said, well, everyone else is doing it, so I decided to do it. One child was attempting to commit suicide and he was actually filming it on his phone. At the same time, a lot of the teenagers, especially the unaccompanied children who are stuck here, are turning to drug and alcohol abuse as a way to just cope with everything that they're going through.
How much of this is due to where they have come from? Just last week, and you will know this, the United Nations, they published a report into the trauma that has affected the children who have lived through the Syrian civil war. How much is it due to the countries from where these children are originally from?
Sure. So a lot of the children that we work with are from many different countries, including Syria, but others as well. And our staff, especially the staff who have been working with these children for the past 12 months or 6 months or 7 months, they're seeing a significant change in their behavior. So they do arrive with some signs of trauma, but then things deteriorate rather quickly. And it's related to the expectations. A lot of the families and children arrive in Greece or in Europe with the expectation that this is now the easier part of their journey. But in fact, it doesn't take long for them to realize that actually this is only the beginning and things could get quite worse. So a lot of the things that we're seeing are progressing over time. And if things remain unchanged, we could potentially be looking at long-term damage, things like PTSD, like anxiety, like stress disorders. So this is all possible if things remain unchanged for long.
What are the prospects for these children and their families of eventually finding a new home somewhere?
Yeah. There are already legal schemes in place to move these children out of Greece and into other European countries. There's a relocation scheme that EU member states signed on to move children and families in general out of Italy and Greece as the frontline states. There's a family reunification scheme to move families separated by border policies. Unfortunately, a lot of these schemes are not functioning properly. There are significant bureaucratic delays, and there's also the lack of political will on the side of EU member states. They're just not willing to contribute. They're not willing to share the number of asylum seekers amongst them. So there's a lot of blockages in the system, and this is leading to the conditions that we're seeing here. There's a lot of anxiety as well, because people don't really know where they're going to be the next day. They could be deported back to Turkey. They could be moved to France. They could be moved to the mainland in Greece. So that kind of anxiety also contributes to mental health issues with adults and with children as well.
Imad Aoun, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much.